No, you gotta stop. Hi, my name is Vanessa Brown. I've got 3 children, Lashawna, Nathaniel and Michaela. My son Nathaniel is 8 and he's autistic.
When did you first realise that Nathaniel was autistic?
I knew something was different about him, but I didn't know that he was autistic. But I would say he was just different from a lot of children.
My name is Nathaniel Brown.
What do you find most difficult at school, Nathaniel?
Listening.
Why don't you listen?
It's hard, it's difficult.
Is it difficult because you're...
Because it's hard for me to concentrate.
Okay. And when you're not concentrating, how does that make you feel?
Angry.
Nathaniel has a book, like a school journal, and it's something that he doesn't seem to like. What is it about this journal that you found concerning as well?
Okay, the book came about is when I started this school. I did say to them that I wanted a book that could explain to me what Nathaniel's going through, because I knew that he had behavioural problems and nobody seemed to want to have any record of it. So it's like my word against the school. So I was at the tribunal in February and it was brought to attention by the panel that there seemed to be a lack of communication between me and the school. So something that I did ask for but I didn't get it, they decided that we're going to have this thing called the home book link, and it was basically just to give a structure of what Nathaniel did at school and what we do at home. But what I have found with the book, I know with Nathaniel, is that even though people undermine him as an autistic child, he knows how to word out his words, and he's actually started reading a lot of what has been written about him. The first day he was happy with it. By the time it got, I was saying, on to the 3rd, 4th day, he didn't like what he saw, the words silly, disruptive, and what he's done now, anything he reads, he acts on it when he comes home. And one thing in particular that really got to me is when the teacher wrote, "Leave your angry feelings outside," because it now brought to my attention, as Nathaniel said, he's been told that quite a lot. So now it explains probably why he acts the way he does quite a lot in regards to his behaviour.
What other things do you do?
My friends get me angry.
How do they get you angry?
They tease me.
What sort of things do they say to you?
They say mean words.
Like what?
You're ugly. You're rude. You're not your friend.
Can you explain to me why you don't like this book?
Because I don't think it's good. Because I don't like it. Because I don't like it because
What sorts of things does it say in there that you don't like?
I can't see it well because my eyes have too much light. I don't like Miss.
You don't like who?
Miss
Who's Miss?
my teacher.
And why don't you like Miss?
He's not my teacher. He's class teacher.
Why don't you like that teacher?
She's rude to me.
What sorts of things does she say?
She says, leave my clothes, leave my shoes, leave my hands, leave my head, leave my shoes, leave my belt, stop looking down, leave my trousers, stop playing with that, and leave my toys.
In relation to the 5 senses, sight, sound, smell, touch and taste, how does this affect Nathaniel?
I would say with Nathaniel has got sensory issues. I would say from young I noticed that he didn't like a lot of loud noises, and people used to quite used to find it quite funny because when he sing like a happy birthday, he would jump at the, of the clapping and people, or the popping of any poppers. With eating, he had funny something about certain textures in his mouth. He would just spit it out automatically. But again, they wouldn't have known that it was autism. He doesn't like a lot of bright light. You find that when I remember he used to put things over his head, he would always squinch, like darkness than light. That was another thing that I did pick up on now, I suppose, looking back, that there was sensories that were there, but I never picked up on it until now. When you look at him now, he's older, I look back and see he did have a problem at the time.
What do you understand by autism? What does autism mean?
That a person doesn't understand very well.
Okay, and who in your family has autism?
My brother Nathaniel.
And how does it affect you?
Sad.
It makes you feel sad. And what's it like living with someone who has autism?
His teams were at the front line of what started as
Worried.
a cottages. Today,
And what things do you wish you could change?
About him?
From a series of flats in the heart of
Well,
Glasgow.
I don't want to be rude.
It's okay, just be honest.
I want my brother to be the same as us.
In what ways isn't he the same as you?
Well, he doesn't really understand, and sometimes he gets in trouble, and people don't know that he's autism.
He's autistic, yeah.
Autistic.
Does having an autistic brother make life difficult for you?
Yes.
And do you know what autism is?
Yeah.
What is it?
It's autism is you have to share nicely, and autism is about that you can share because Nathaniel doesn't share so much because he actually hits some people's, and he actually hits and kick and punch some people's because they're not allowed to do that because Nathaniel's autistic.
And does he kick and punch and hurt you?
Yeah.
And what do you do?
I would tell my mummy and I would cry.
And what things were you saying to me were strange? What are the strange things about Nathaniel?
He doesn't listen. He doesn't talk so well. He talks blah, 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 like that.
And what sorts of things does he do to you?
He kicks me and punch me and hit me and stuff like that. Blah blah.
Do you feel safe around Nathaniel?
No.
No. How did you get that mark on your face?
Nathaniel Nathaniel does pretends to kiss it, then he sucks it, then he pinches it like this, and then that's how it happens.
In what ways does Nathaniel display challenging behaviour?
Okay, he doesn't like the word no. That's another thing I've noticed with him. He doesn't like the word no. So when you say no straight away, then he gets very I don't like to use the word, but he does get aggressive. It's sort of like domineering. No, I want it now. But you've got to try and find a way of diffusing. I say, no, Nathan, you need to understand that not everything you can have. And he's like, no, I want it now. And then it would turn into a challenge where he tries to use force, like pushing me away to get to where he wants, jumping on me. He just doesn't like the word no. See them in action now. Stop. Nathaniel, can you stop?
Okay, it's okay. Gonna hurt your bad hands.
Why are you hurting me for? Why are you trying to scratch me for?
I'm trying to break your bad hands. I don't want to live, I want to die.
Why?
Because I don't want to live.
Why?
I don't want to.
Tell me why.
It's a bad ending.
It's a bad ending. Who tells you that? Nathaniel, can you stop? Stop.
Use my feet as a weapon to kill myself. I'm going to kill myself at school
No, you're not.
with a knife. Words.
Pardon?
They didn't teach me those words.
So where'd you learn it from?
Bad boys on the gangsters.
But you don't hang around gangsters.
I do actually.
Where?
At school, I go on the road and see my gangster, and they come over, and we play a game, killing each other.
What year are they in?
The same.
Can you stop?
Yeah.
Can you stop using your feet? Nathaniel? Stop.
I don't like being on myself, because if you put me on myself, I'm gonna strangle my neck.
You ain't gonna strangle your neck. Can you stop? Stop. Look how my house looks, because you won't allow me.
I don't want you.
I know you don't want me.
I hate you.
I know you hate me.
I hate you for good.
Never mind, I still love you. Good night, Michaela. As you can see, the girls get neglected.
You're squeezing my food. I don't have any energy. I'm tired. Don't put the yellow book in my bag.
I am putting the yellow book in your bag.
I'm going to take it out.
I'm gonna put how you're behaving tonight.
I give up. I give up to kick your sick.
You don't stop, do you?
I can't. It's not me.
Who is it?
Huh?
Who is it? If it's not you, who is it?
I'm not doing it.
Who's doing it?
It's not the feet is doing it.
Look, it's not the feet, it's you. You're the one in control. You're the one in control of your feet.
I'm not controlling. Look, I'm not doing anything. See, now it kicks you. Now the hand. You can strangle me like that.
I'm not strangling you.
I want to get killed.
You ain't getting killed. What do you think you're going to be doing by doing that? No. Stop. This is what the social services think is okay. Stop. Where are they getting it from? That's my question. Stop. Stop. Can you tell you keep your hands to yourself? You've seen it all now.
No!
Now what people don't see.
Look what you've done to me. I'm gonna eat your meat. I'm gonna cut off your chest, your two part of your chest, and your private. I'm gonna cut it off, and cut your legs, and cut your other legs, cut your arms, cut your neck off, then then cut off the skin, then eat your belly. I'm gonna take that flower picture down.
No, you're not.
When everyone's sleeping. Why do you have that flower picture, huh? That's not art. My nose. Wait, get off. I'm picking my. I can't see what I'm doing here. Color pencil, please. Color pencil, please.
No, you have no pencil.
To stab myself.
Amazing what he just switches. Penny, you need to go to bed.
Don't speak to me.
Pardon?
Don't speak to me.
Why?
Don't.
Why?
Talk to the hands. Look, he bit me.
Who bit you?
Vanessa.
Who's Vanessa?
The lady's tangled me.
The lady that what?
He's next to me.
That's Mummy.
He bit me. Bite me, please. Bite me, please.
Why would I bite you?
Bite me!
I'm not biting you.
Then I'm going to tell my teacher that you bit me again.
What's going to happen?
And you can get in trouble.
I won't get in trouble.
You will.
All they got to do is measure it. That's your teeth marks, not mine.
How can you measure it when it's this? My teeth are not like that.
That's how your teeth are. It's not giving up.
She did. Look, she put her big mouth, her big teeth on my teeth. There, look. There.
I filmed you chewing your arm.
Can I see?
Yes, I can see.
They were withdrawn yesterday for serious misunderstanding about their role, leading to their temporary detention.
Can we be confident that lessons are being learned by ministers about the serial bullying that we have seen in recent weeks?
We have the latest on Britain's role and the situation in Libya.
You reside in a 2-bedroom property, so what are the sleeping arrangements for the children?
Right. At the moment, all 3 of them in the same bedroom. But the girls are on one side, Nathaniel's on the other. But Nathaniel doesn't like sleeping on his own for some time. He talks about nightmares and monsters. But you always find that he either wants to be with the older sister, or he always comes and wants to sleep with me. I find it very stressing because the way he sleeps is not good. I'm trying to get him to be independent or being on his own, but he doesn't want to. He just wants to be near to somebody.
And so is it near to somebody or in particular yourself?
I think it's more me. But if I try and attempt to get out, then you finally end up lifting up his sister out of the bed with his older sister and putting her in her bed and then sleeping with the older sister. We've got to get up now. Have a bath. Come.
Are you tired, Nathaniel?
Got to talk.
Do you remember what happened last night?
Yes.
What happened?
I'm fighting.
You were fighting.
Go.
Oh. Why were you fighting? You don't know? Say that again. But do you feel happy or sad this morning, Nathaniel? Oh, your thumb's down. That means you feel sad. What support do you currently receive from either education or social services?
Social services, I don't get no support because I was told I'm not entitled to it, even though I've given enough information of what I'm going through. In regards to education, that's a long story because that's just the ongoing battle in regards to getting my son the right support in regards to special educational needs.
What are some of your concerns regarding Nathaniel's future?
If things are not put into place, I just believe that he'll become a statistic because the older he gets, the harder it's going to be to nurture him into the right direction. Because at the moment he's just picking up negative behaviour. That's what I'm picking up from Nathaniel right now, and it's not good behaviour. At the moment people see him as just an ordinary little, I don't want to say, typical little black boy. I would say the majority of Nathaniel's life is that it's been more negative than positive because all his life, remember when he was little, he couldn't hardly talk, but the words that will come out is, I'm rude, I'm stupid, I'm an idiot, I'm rude, I'm a naughty boy, it was repetitive. So I would say that's all he's ever heard when he's in a school establishment.
And that would have been from the schools that he was excluded from?
Not from nursery, from away from when he was little, from once he started in education, because they thought at the time he was just a naughty little boy. But then as he got older now, I understand now that as an autistic child is when they hear something, it's repetitive. So what was happening is the negative behaviour was being more, I would say, praised than the positive, because there was nothing that Nathaniel did was good in other people's eyes.
Is there a possibility that there are other black boys given the stereotypes of being naughty, challenging, when in actual fact there may be an issue with autism or some other undiagnosed disability?
I believe after what I've gone through with Nathaniel, I would say from the time he was born right up to now he's 8, is that meeting with a lot of other parents and seeing how a lot of their other children are behaving. I wouldn't say all kids are autistic, but I can see that they have some learning disability along the line. It could be someone on a neurological disorder, because I can't understand when people say a child is not talking because like when Nathaniel couldn't talk, it's because I cut his hair off, or because he's just a typical boy. That's boy is delayed. So if a person has got that mentality of thinking that way, then it sort of like erases all the other chances of understanding that the child may have a problem. So with going back to your question with black boys, I would say there are a lot of black boys out there that are not diagnosed. It's because of denial, or even if children are diagnosed, the parents might not want to believe it, because if the child looks and seems to look normal, straight away there's nothing wrong with my child, because they believe that because it's hidden, nobody will know. But it's something in their brain that if they're not, it's not nipped in the bud when they're young, by the time they get older, I believe it becomes a mental problem, because they can suffer from depression. Again, because autism is 1 in 4 boys, you just don't know where they are on the spectrum as well, so it's going to be very hard to detect. So I would say to any parent out there, get your child tested if you get the opportunity, if it's brought to your attention.
Why was you fighting your mummy?
I don't know. No, because she didn't, because I wanted to have smoothie. Then I started fighting. Then I went to bed. Then I started kicking her up. Then she scratched me hair. Then I bit myself there. And, I bit myself there.
What was you thinking when you hit mummy?
That wasn't good.
Was you able to stop?
No.
How did your head feel when you were hitting mummy?
Sad.
Are you tired tonight?
Not really. Between.
In between. You're waving. Good night.
Bye.